Hello my sweet friends. Welcome back to my channel and to my pajamas and nighttime. I was gonna do a nighttime routine tonight and then I was like, I don't know, my nighttime routine is like so basic. If you wanna see that though, let me know. But hence the reason why I am like literally ready to go to bed. But if you saw yesterday's video, I've just been like, man, life is up and down, you know what I mean? Like, I know y'all feel this, like, and I know it's all relative in terms of everyone's struggles are different levels of struggle and different severity of struggle, but like, I'm definitely going through like a point where I'm like, oh my God, what is life? What am I doing? I am overwhelmed. I feel like I'm being pulled in so many directions. I feel like I'm giving and giving and giving and I'm not really getting back. The whole thing, y'all. Don't worry, I have therapy tomorrow. Anyways, I thought like, okay, Lisa, let's turn it around tonight. Let's at least start putting some good energy out into the world and let's get the vision board going, okay? I have been itching to make a vision board for the last, I guess since the year switched over to this year, so since January, and I just haven't done it. I think I've been intimidated. I think sometimes I'm like, oh, well, that's silly. I also am like, I literally don't have any magazines to pull from, but tonight I'm like, no excuses, Lisa, let's do this. So this is your cue if you wanna make one with me to go ahead and pause. Otherwise, stick around because I have a vision for a more interactive version of this. If you guys are interested, I will talk about that later. But let's just go ahead and dive on in. Again, thank you. I'm literally, like I said, in my pajamas, ready to go. But just wanted to give this a try and see how it goes. As you can see, I don't know if you can read that, but I did do like a manifestation sort of thing on 2/22/22, and I meant to like film it, but then I just felt like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna do this for myself. And there was no like ritual that I followed. I just kind of like went with what I felt, and what it was just like writing notes and wishes all around the house. So that's where this is. I put one on Corny's little station, the whole thing. But this, if you guys aren't familiar with what a vision board is, essentially, I feel like think of like a bulletin board where you literally pin up things that you want to happen. So it's this whole idea of like, if you put out the energy, you manifest the things you want, it'll come back to you. So I don't know who started the vision board. I don't know the history behind it. We could dive deeper if you're interested in that. But I feel like I learned it from like Oprah, to be quite honest. I feel like Oprah was kind of an entryway for me into this idea of like the power of now and, you know, The Secret, which ended up being like kind of a culty thing, I think. I'm not exactly sure. It's just this idea of like, you want to tell the universe what you want. You want to be clear about what you want. And in doing so, it will be returned to you. Take that with a grain of salt or for what it's worth, but if you clicked on this video, you knew what you were in store for. So like I said, I've been putting this off because I felt like I should be doing this, or actually like I wanted to do this in real life in terms of like cutting out things from a magazine and pasting it. I love collaging. It's one of like my decoupaging, collaging. There's something like so therapeutic about it for me, and I need to get back into it. It's kind of like the art form that I am drawn to, and I never do it. So there's my first aha moment. Thank you, Oprah. I need to get back into that. But because I didn't have magazines and clippings to use, I decided I'm just gonna jump on Canva. I'm not sponsored by Canva, but boy, do I talk about them a lot, and I probably should reach out to them. If you wanna reply them for me, that'd be fab. Because I just think that this website is so user-friendly and just so fantastic. Anyways, if you don't have Canva yourself, you definitely should check it out. But in doing research about online vision board options, since I knew I just wanted to get this done, Canva popped up. And so here we are. I searched vision board as one of the templates, and this is the first time I'm actually looking through this, but it looks like there actually are so many options. So vision boards can be made in very different ways. Like, as you can see, like these templates look like they're just things that you write, like freehand write or type. And I have done a lot of free form writing. I think that's what it's called, where you kind of just like sit down with a journal and you just kind of go, you don't edit yourself. And I did that this past week, but I was kind of thinking about pictures, kind of just wanted to put together some pictures. So I was drawn to this photo collage, torn magazine. Yeah, see, this is what I was kind of envisioning I would make on my own. But let's just like go for it. So I am going to just follow this template as is, but if you guys are interested, like I had mentioned, I've been dabbling in this idea of doing live streams, and there's a platform I've been talking to that I'm interested in doing it with. They really facilitate classes for lifestyle, like they started off as like a platform that does classes for chefs, and so you can take like a live class learning how to cook something, you can ask questions, this and that. But I thought it would be fun to have sort of creative nights together, like kind of build this community together, like a social club of some sort, but an accessible one that's not too expensive. So there could be two different kinds of versions of it. One could just be like a live stream where you can ask questions and engage, and you could be in the comfort but not on camera at your home doing the same thing I'm doing, kind of like a DIY night together. Or we could do a version that's more like Zoom friendly or Zoom-esque, where we're all on camera together and we can share what we are making together. If this is of interest to you, please let me know. I'm, swirling these ideas around on sort of how to elevate what I'm already doing, which then brings me back to just this idea of doing this vision board and elevating what I already have, because I am very grateful and lucky for what I have, but trying to take it a step further. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in, if it's something you'd be willing to spend a little bit on. You guys know I have never charged for like literally anything for all my years. I've been pretty adamant about that. I'm so grateful for you guys, but times are changing, and it's time for me to look at other options. And whether that be like I just get a different job, or I'm not exactly sure, but I do know that I want to step it up, and I also want to be more interactive. So if this is something you would be willing to join, like a club, how much would you be willing to spend? If it's a monthly, if it's a weekly, any advice or thoughts on that, I'd really appreciate it. I really do take into consideration what you guys need, what you guys want, and what you guys are willing to do. So there's that. Anyways, okay, so back to this. I am just going to go with this format that they have sort of presented with these like 4 words and go from there. This isn't exactly how I would do mine if I were to make a physical one, but let's just go with this. I'm definitely gonna switch up the words. So I'm gonna say family. I like health a lot. I'm also thinking like safety or protection. I think I'm gonna do protection. I want to put in, I like fulfilled. I want it to be something like with work. Let's do elevate. I think I was just using that word. And family, elevate, protection. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put home, which I guess goes with protection, but I'm gonna do success. Success can look like a lot of different things, but so let's go ahead and take out these pictures. All right, so now that we've taken this all out, we can kind of just fill in the pictures. So yeah, I don't know. These were the words that kind of popped up. Family, success, home, and protection. Well, you know what? Sorry, I'm like overthinking this now. Family, success, protection. Let's just say joy, because I feel like home, protection, and family are all a little bit the same. So now I'm just gonna add some pictures. If you guys have been around for a little bit, you might know I'm really struggling in the car. That's where I feel the least protected, really. I'm not in the position to buy a new car right now, and I love my car and it's protecting me, but I definitely want to upgrade to a bigger car, but that's also a hybrid, so it's not like so expensive in terms of gas. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that on my vision board. I ain't trying to like do all material items, but listen folks, I'm putting that out there because I really want that. Loving that. I also just want to make sure that our home is secure. Under elements, let's look up security. Ooh, I kind of love this. So we live in this community where our neighbors are just freaking fantastic. And recently we've really been coming together as a community to make sure that we're protected and safe, and if any issues arise, we have each other. I like that. So I'm actually gonna make that the biggest one. Now let's fill in some joy. Okay, so what does joy mean? For me, I really wanna travel. For someone that's so anxious, you think it would not be a fun thing to do, but honestly, there's something so freeing about it. And I've been telling Jeff that I wanna take him to Versailles in Paris. It's like my favorite place ever. And to do that with Jeff would just be heaven. So I'm gonna put in a picture of Versailles. Actually, let's put in this one because what I really like are the gardens there. Let's jump over here to family. My family is just the most important, and I've learned that even more so as the years go on. Love my Jeff. Let's put him in there. Look at that guy. All right, that's fun. I think that's like a good version of joy and laughter and family and all the things. I also gotta get my mama in there. Obviously, I would put my dad, the whole family, but since I'm just kind of pulling from things that I've uploaded. I don't know if you guys like saw this, but my mom and I made a video last week, I think it was. It's one of my favorite videos of all times. If I may, I've made a lot of great videos in my time that I'm proud of, but this one is so hysterical. I feel like people didn't click on it because, I don't know, for one reason or another, but if you have a chance, I'll link it. It's so funny. Now I'm like, I gotta get every one of my family members in there, but I hope the sentiment is there. Gotta put the pup in there. Okay, I'm like sort of actually digging this. All right, let's put in some success. Well, I definitely want my YouTube to continue to grow. I could definitely use a little cash money. But here, this is actually a really good picture to put in. It's me on set of a movie, like an actual legit movie. And I feel like that's what I want. Keep that going. And I feel like that's where I want to be more of. That's where I want to be more of. I want to be on set more in one way or another, whether it's me producing, whether it's me starring. I think that's a good thing to have. I also hear this is a good picture. It's me in a trailer. I got my own trailer. If you missed that video, I was in a movie not that long ago. And it just was an incredible experience, and I felt like I was where I was supposed to be, so. Okay, also like straight up, we're adding some money into this. Sorry if that's gross, but I mean, we gotta at least try to manifest a little cash. All right, we have one more spot left, and I think it needs to be with my friends. I like this picture in particular because it's like friends on a mountain putting their arms around. Okay, there's my picture. I actually like kind of love it. It's not exactly what I would have done, like I said. Mine probably would have been a little bit more artsy fartsy had I like cut it out, and you know, I would have added flowers and this and that, but as just like a general thing, I'm feeling good about this. And I'm feeling like with these kind of things, you can't really overthink it. You kind of just gotta slap it on. And there it is. My little vision board. I'm gonna download this. I love this. You know, I'm constantly editing myself, not only just like actually editing, like every day I wake up and then I edit the video for tomorrow, but I'm also like constantly editing myself in real life. Even when doing this, I'm like, oh, that's not good enough, or that's not the right thing to do. And I feel like I need to stop doing that. And if you can relate to that, I'm telling you to stop doing that too. I don't feel like that's super productive. I mean, in certain situations, it's good to edit yourself, make sure you know what you're saying before you say it, check your work before you send it in, all that stuff. But just generally, I feel like I'm too hard on myself and I don't just allow myself to be and make and do. But it's like, dude, if you just let yourself kind of go for it, which is the idea behind that like free form writing stuff, it's like you do come up with some beautiful stuff. And like, look at this, I love this. This is a good start to a good vision board. I feel like there's so many different versions of vision boards we can do. We can do like literally just like work vision boards, life vision. You can like break it all up. I like this. I like this a lot. Guys, I don't know. This week is a weird week on my channel. I'm well aware. I saw someone like, I think it was like last week, Oh, it was on the bird feeder video being like, what is this channel anymore? And you know what? It's what we all are at this point, which is, at least for the people in my life, like kind of scattered and kind of a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And I hope that makes sense and I hope you're cool with it. I just want to thank you guys for letting me express myself, and maybe I inspired you to do the same. I'm looking at this and I'm actually smiling. I'm actually like, there's something genuinely fun about this. And so, yeah, yay. We did a vision board. If nothing else, I followed through on something that I've been wanting to do for so long. So if you want to see more of these kind of videos, and again, like I said, if you want to engage in a little bit more of like an interactive version of these, is that something you're interested in? Let me know in the comments below. Regardless, I love you guys. I hope this was fun to watch, to do along with me. This made me feel better, truly. As dorky as this is, if you saw yesterday's video, I was just kind of having a rough day. Today, as I'm filming this, it's the same day as the video that went up yesterday. It's just later in the day. And this absolutely turned around my day. So take that for what it's worth, but I'm telling you, a vision board is where it's at. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.